Hi guys, I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. Recently, a person by the name of Solly Ozrovech got into the news over here in South Africa because of allegations of child molestation. Right now he's in the region of about 85 or 90 years old, and apparently it happened about 60 years ago, 50 or 60 years ago, when he was still the head of a children's home here in South Africa. Now, the person that made the allegations is now living abroad, and there was apparently email correspondence between the two of them late last year with regards to the allegations. Now, all of this email correspondence was given to a local magazine, and the guy went to the magazine to make the story known. He could no longer live with whatever happened back then, and he needed to clear the air and make sure that people know about this. Maybe there's more people that can come forth then, due to the nature of the allegations. What tickles me is the fact that this person that is alleged to be the perpetrator in this instance is a very, very prominent Christian in the South African circles. From what I could pick up, being only a few months old and his brother 4 years old at the time, his parents relocated from Poland to South Africa in around about 1930, thereabouts. And his parents got killed in a car accident. So the state decided to put him and his brother in a children's home, like an orphanage. And they were actually Jewish at birth, or from birth, and the state made a mistake by putting them in a children's home where the religion of the day was more Dutch Reformed than anything else. So, growing up in the children's home, he wanted to further his studies, and he wanted to go to a specific high school to get the best possible education. And when the children's home told him that they don't have the money to send him to the specific school, he went on a hunger strike. To this day, he proclaims that God helped the person, whose name he still don't know, to see the light and basically pay for his entire high school career. When in actual fact, I would just have gone as far as to say that maybe the person didn't want to see the child come to any harm because of a hunger strike that he entered into. But anyway, ever since he became a minister, pastor, dominee, whatever you want to call him, he started writing very inspirational Christian books. I grew up with these books around in the house. And I've always known about Solly Ozrovech from a very early age, and no matter whose house you walk into in South Africa, if the person is fluent in Afrikaans and the person is religious and they've got a love for books, more often than not you will either find 1 to 5 different Solly Ozrovech books in their book collection. I actually went online to go and search how many books this guy's written in his life, and there seems to be so many that no clear-cut number can be found on Google. I mean, I searched for about 30 minutes using different search terms, and I couldn't even find out exactly how many. Now, here's the deal. The fans of Solly Ozrovech basically came out in support of him, stating that, this is just blind allegations. But those people didn't read the actual article in the magazine. Because if they did, they would have been able to follow the email thread, and they would have seen that it wasn't just allegations. The guy poured his heart out to Solly Ozrovech because of what happened. And more specifically, it's not exactly something that you can mistake. He was being sodomized at the time. You don't mistake being sodomized. I'm going to put up, right about now, a screenshot of the magazine cover with a quote from Solly Ozrovech. Now, I understand that it's in Afrikaans, but I will translate it to the best of my ability. When you are an alleged pedophile, and you are a Christian to boot, a very prominent one at that, and the allegations are untrue, wouldn't it be best to say that God knows I am innocent, rather than saying God shall decide if I am guilty or not? This is the direct translation of what he said here. He said, God sal besluit of ek skuldig is. God sal besluit of ek skuldig is. It means, God shall decide if I am guilty. I'm definitely no idiot. That sounds more like an admission of guilt than anything else. I'm gonna wait for God to tell me if I'm guilty or not. Let God judge me. You don't have the right to judge me. It saddens me that, in all the interaction that I've had with theists on YouTube over the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, I don't even know exactly how long it's been, that in all this time, you have to hear day in, day out that I cannot account for my morality. Yet, people in the faith that supposedly can account for absolute morality makes themselves guilty of atrocities like this. It's very sad. I've already found a few sites that's removed his books from their inventory. Anyway, just a bit of an emotional rant. Cheers, guys.